everybody, it's Christy back with another video. Finally, sorry, took a little bit of a few weeks off because I was not feeling great, but I'm back and I am going to continue the metallic watercolor series today. So we are going to cover the QoR metallic watercolor paints and the Van Gogh metallic watercolor paints today. I only have the dot card for the Van Gogh paints, but as you can see, we'll count them together. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 metallics and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 interference paints. So there's a total of 12 there. I'm going to do the best I can with the little dots that I have there. The Van Gogh dot card, especially in the metallic section, did not give me the world's most paint, but we are going to try. And then the QoR watercolor series, the QoR just put out this really nice, they didn't just put it out, but it just became something that I noticed on the internet. And so there are 6 colors in here. I have these 3 colors in the tube. I may pull them out to see if they're any different. And then these 3 are interference colors. So we're going to see how these match up. I do love this palette. This would be a really nice palette to put split primaries in. And then you would have metallics as well. And you could be on the go with a palette that kind of does anything you'd want with metallics plus split primaries, or you could put gouache in the other side. I'm not sure how I might use this, but I did think it was nice to pick it up and have the whole series to talk about as part of the metallic watercolor series. So let me go ahead and get to the tests, and then I will get back to you with all of the information. right, so this testing was surprising. It turned out different than I was expecting, and I have lots to talk about. So let's go ahead and get started without further ado. Let's start with the QoR watercolors. So the QoR watercolors, there are actually 11, not 6 in this set. There are 5 more that I don't have and can't test because I don't have them here. Sorry about that. You get the 6 half pans for about 25 bucks on Amazon, or you can buy them single for $9 to $13 per tube. There is pigment information, which is to say they're like that they don't all have it, but some do have pigment information, and there is the separate palette for the set. Let's take a look at each of these and talk about how they work. So these guys turned out really pretty. It's hard to see on camera, but those interference colors are absolutely lovely on the white. They are interference colors, so they're not meant to be super in your face, but they definitely have a beautiful sheen. And if you were looking to do dragonflies or butterflies or something where you wanted just a tiny bit of colored metallic effect, these would really do the job nicely on white paper. They were beautiful on the black paper, I thought. But the longer it dried, the more I got this really white, weird mica thing going on with these paints. So they were fine. The metallics, the true metallics are fine. And the green is beautiful. I think the green is my favorite of all of these. This might be my favorite interference green. I mean, just look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. And when I hold the violet and the blue out this way, they do look nice. But then if I come in, it's really hard to see. But this is just like straight white weirdness. Now, that was where there was a lot of water. But I don't know. I think that's a down. I ended up taking a half point extra off of shine because they should shine nicely based on what they do on the white paper. On the black paper, they should not do this. I don't know what's going on with the paints to cause that weird white thing, but it wasn't something that I was expecting. They are very available. They flow nicely. These are QoR watercolors. If you know anything about the QoR watercolors, they have that synthetic oxgall that makes them flow like crazy. Other than QoR, Rosa is about, and I don't know that Rosa uses, don't quote me on that, the synthetic oxgall, but Rosa paints are also known for their excellent flow. So I wasn't surprised that they did well on the flow test. The website for QoR and how to use these paints got them an extra 0.5 for versatility because they really give you a whole free guide on things you can do with their watercolor specifically. I think that's great. And I love when websites absolutely help you to get inspired by their products. So I was very pleased with that. Overall, they scored a 25 out of 50. Like I said, I ended up going back and taking a point off because I don't think they are an A++ on black anymore because they're probably only about an A on black with that weird sheen that we're getting on these two paints in particular. Versatility is 4.5. Color variety was 4 out of 5. Even with the 11 colors, I feel like there was some lacking in that department, and most of the colors were interference that weren't straight metallic. So I like to see a little bit more variety in the metallic line. And flow 5 out of 5. Price 3.5 out of 5. These are better priced than, say, your Daniel Smith paints, but they are still not as affordable as some of the other budget options that we saw. And I think that for what you get your money better in other sets. So 3.5 seemed fair. Pigmentation, 4.5 out of 5. They are highly pigmented and they were very easy to pick up and put on the paintbrush. So that's a 25 out of 30 for QoR. I expected them maybe to do a little bit better, to be honest. So that was a little bit surprising. This weird metallic sheen was a little bit surprising. Let's talk about somebody else that was surprising, and that was the Van Gogh watercolors. I'll be honest with you guys, I did not expect these guys to do very well, and they did really well. 24 out of 30 is a really great score, in my opinion, for what I expected from these paints. Look how nice these guys look on black. They are absolutely gorgeous, and they really turned out beautiful. The interference colors don't give us that weird sheen. They are highly pigmented. They were easy to pick up off of the dot card, and a dot card is absolutely the hardest place, in my opinion, to pick up color from. Now, they don't do quite as well on the white paper. They are pretty, but I did think that these guys did a little bit better on the watercolor, the white paper. If you can see, especially in these three colors, it's hard on camera to see the difference, but I definitely think these were a little bit nicer, but really these had a better color variety. And I don't know, I really liked playing with these paints a lot. There are 12 in the set, so this is the full range. There's pigment and light fast information on here. That is different from QoR and others. They are light fast paints. So Van Gogh's paints are light fast. They have pigment information on their website, and they have separate palettes, which we're going to get to in a minute here. The tube set is about $50 everywhere. On Blick, the box set of half pans is $55. Right now on Amazon, it is $17. I'm telling you, if you're looking for metallic paints, as of this video filming on June 11th, it's going up today. Run to Amazon and get these paints if you are looking for a set of light fast quality mica paints. I cannot believe they are under $20 right now. Now, I did give them that value for my scoring, but I'm going to tell everybody that I'm going to go back when I do my roundup and make sure that that isn't like some kind of weird sale price, because I didn't look last week. I can't say for certain that they're always that price, but if they are relatively close to $20 for this set, for that pocket box on Amazon, that's a steal. And I don't know how they're doing that. They're available on Blick. I didn't check Michael's for these guys, but again, I would just buy them on Amazon. They were amazing on the black paper. Again, they were one of my favorites. I've tested on black paper. So 24 out of 30, 4 out of 5 for shine. I might bump that to 4.5 when I do my final. I'm not sure yet. 4 out of 5 for versatility, because this is a 12 set, and I do think 6 nice metallic, 6 interference, but we could do a little bit better if we added 3 or 4 more colors, need more versatility. Color variety, 3.5 out of 5. I guess that's why I got the 3.5 out of 5. Versatility, they don't do as well on the white paper, so that was why they got the 4 out of 5 there. Flow, 3.5 out of 5, pretty standard flow for paints. 5 out of 5 for price right now. Like I said, I may change this if that set becomes unavailable at that price point, but for right now, that is the score I'm giving it. In the comments below, if you know if this set is regularly at that price, can you let me know? And pigmentation, 4 out of 5. So they scored a 24 out of 30. I was very impressed with the Van Gogh metallic watercolors. And this is why we're doing this series, right? To kind of suss out who's as my mom would say, who's jive and who's not, right? So these guys did really well. And I think that's a steal for that set. So we have one more set to go. We have the Rembrandt Special Effects set. I saved it for last. It's one of the most expensive sets that I purchased. And we are going to talk about whether or not it lives up to the hype. So like I said, in the comments below, let me know what you think about these two brands of watercolors. And if there's any information that I missed, please let me know what that was when you leave a comment below. And that's going to be it for me today. I hope that this inspires you to get out your metallic paints and paint something fun today. We will see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.